everyone! So today I want to talk about two movies that have changed my life. The first one is called Forks Over Knives. So it's about nutrition and how nutrition plays a much bigger role in our health than what we've been led to believe. So the movie is about two doctors, Dr. Colin Campbell and Dr. Esselstyn. Dr. Colin Campbell shows the scientific evidence that proves a plant-based diet cures many diseases. He does a 20-year-long study in China with another doctor there. So you'll get all the info on that in the movie when you check it out. And then Dr. Esselstyn, he had a bunch of terminal patients given to him that he wanted to test this theory on. And a bunch of them, I think almost all of them except like 3, had their diseases go into remission and actually live like another 20 years plus just by switching them over to a plant-based diet. So that's just crazy cool. That's like people on their deathbed given another chance, like 20 or more years to live. So I think that's so cool. I'm just going to read a bunch of quotes from the movie that get you thinking, and if you want to check out the movie, I'll put the link in the description below. So this quote is referring to health. It's by Dr. Pam Popper, and she says, "My favorite point to share with audiences I address is the fact that your genes do not determine your destiny. Your behavior does. If you go through life thinking that genes are responsible for your health, you are a helpless victim. But if you know diet and lifestyle determine your health outcomes, you get the control back." So yes, there is a very small percentage that genetics is responsible for, and of course outside triggers that are beyond your control can change your health in a negative way. But Dr. Pam Popper actually comes from a family of all obese people, and she says that she decided to change her diet and her lifestyle and do moderate exercise, eat better, eat a plant-based diet, and she's the only one in her family who is not obese and is vibrant and healthy. So I think that's super cool. It just proves that point right there. So here's another study that was done that is talked about in the movie. So in Norway during World War II, the Germans came in and they took all of their cattle. So they were not, sorry, my little guy's coming in. So they were not able to have any meat or dairy. Okay, in a second, honey. Yeah, one sec. So they weren't able to have any meat or dairy. And their rates of mortality from circulatory diseases dropped significantly. Like, I'll show you this graph here in a minute, and you can see how significant it was. And then as soon as the war ended and they were given back all their cattle, their rate of circulatory diseases went skyrocketing again. So that's super interesting. You can hear the full study in the movie about it. I'm just going to read a couple more quotes from the movie. This is by Dr. Esselstyn. So he says, "Some people think the plant-based whole foods diet is extreme. 500,000 a year will have their chests opened up and a vein taken from their leg and sewn onto their coronary artery. Some people would call that extreme." So I just love that. I know, it's so extreme to eat plants, potatoes, rice, veggies, fruit. Oh man, how terrible. Okay, and then one more quote. "The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition." And that's by Thomas Edison. Okay, honey, we will go get you some milk in a minute, okay? And I mean breast milk, not like cow's milk. That's awkward. My kid's like, "I want milk." He is referring to breast milk. Okay, so... Oh yeah, one more quote by Colin T. Campbell. He says, "I know of nothing else in medicine that could even come close to what a plant-based diet can do." So, there you go. Check that movie out. The link is in the description below. So the next movie is the 180 movie. So the 180 movie is a documentary by Ray Comfort and Living Waters. It's a super hard movie to watch. I cry every time I watch it, but it gets you thinking, so I think it's really important to watch. Okay, honey, we're going to go in 1 second, okay? Yeah, I'll be right there. So I'm just going to read... Oh, sorry. So the movie is about the Holocaust and abortion. So two really tough topics to talk about, but I really like how they address them. He's throwing balls at me now. Okay, so I'm just going to read a couple questions that he asks just like everyday people in the movie. he just wants to get people thinking. So here's one of the first questions. He says, it's 1939 and you have a high-powered rifle and you have Hitler in your sights. Would you pull the trigger? Okay, the next question he asks is, it's 1943 and a Nazi officer points a machine gun at you, forcing you to drive a bulldozer towards 100 Jewish families who have been shot. Many of them are dead, but some of them are still alive. Driving the bulldozer forward would bury them alive. If you do what the Nazi says, he'll let you live. If not, he'll shoot you dead. Would you do it? Okay, and then he starts asking them questions about abortion. He says, finish this sentence. It's okay to kill a baby in the womb when, and then you have to answer it. And then he asks another question. If you had the opportunity to detonate a building and you weren't sure there was a human life inside, would you still blow it up? So those are some really tough questions. Okay, honey. Yeah, we're going to go, honey. I should run though. My little guy's hungry. But anyway, so definitely check them out. The link is in the description below to both the movies. If you like this video, like it and give it a thumbs up. My little guy is showing you his blankie and his tractor. That's very nice, Dominic. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. And if you see any of those movies, comment below and tell me what you think. Okay, thanks. Bye. You say bye, Dominic.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.